Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. And I have another great schedule. Uh, I got two great guests scheduled for tonight. And if you saw the promo banners, you know who they are. Um, and it's one of those things where the weeks just come around so quickly. But you all know that, last week we were at the second annual South Florida Drone Meetup. And I got to say, we had an awesome time. I think everybody that attended had an awesome time. We had over 100 drone pilots from all over the country that attended. And I could name them, but it would take the hour to name them all. So I'm not going to do that. But I am going to say thank you very much to our sponsors. We had a lot of sponsors at the South Florida Drone Meetup this year, and just to name a couple of them, the top sponsors were Pilot Institute. Um, all the attendees received a lanyard that Greg sent us. There were 125 of them, and Brad, he made the ID cards for everybody, and it's just a nice little souvenir to go home with. And then we had Robbie from the World Drone Community. He was our top sponsor, and he donated a Mini 2 drone, a GoPro 8 camera, 2 action cams, some shirts, and he gave stickers. But then our other big sponsor was Mark Fisher and the Rhode Island Drone Meetup Group. They donated a Mini 2 for us as a raffle prize, and a lot of people went home with some great raffle prizes. Um, I don't think there was anybody who didn't win something because we had loads of prizes to give away, including T-shirts and hats. And like I said, it would take me an hour just to read them off, and I'm not going to do that. But I have two great guests in the back room, and I hope they're enjoying the shrimp and lobster that I have back there for them. But I do want to say hello to the people in the chat, and I want to welcome in JC Flying, John. Always good to see you, and John Flying Flynn Media. And I saw Johnny Drone Flyer. Thank you for popping in. Hot Rod. Hot Rod was there. He was the second one there. I got there at 6 a.m. and Hot Rod rolled in his Corvette at 6:10. Not that I was keeping track, but the Army actually beat me there. The one general Sergeant Reek, he was there before I got there, and it was good to see him there. And then the Army, his team showed up along with the drone team from Fort Rucker, Alabama, and they set up their booth, and it was a pretty impressive booth. They had a Hellfire drone missile right at the booth, and that was very, very cool. Um, hey, Joe, good to see you. Jaybird, Ashley Gagnon, how you doing? But I know everybody likes to hear their names, but I'm going to mention one more name, then I'll get back to the names, and that's Charles Hatmaker. Good to see you. I don't want to leave the guys in the back room too long, so I'm going to bring in our first guest, and the first guest will be coming to us all the way from New Bedford, Massachusetts, and that's Paul. And that's why I don't like these things up there, because you hit the wrong button.
Wrong window.
And there's Paul. How you doing?
How you doing?
Welcome, Paul. It's great to have you on my show, and you got a great channel. I've been following you. I didn't realize why I wasn't getting your videos, and that's because I didn't have the notification bell.
It's all good. I appreciate it.
But now I do.
Yeah.
So Paul, now you're up there in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and you got some great places to fly up there. But before we get into that, why don't you tell the viewers how you became involved with drones?
All right. So I got my first drone about 10 months ago. It was a Contixo F-24 Pro, not a very good drone at all, but as soon as I put it in the air, I fell in love with it. I was interested in drones before. I just never really purchased one. And I just decided to get one. I don't really know why. I just did. And from the moment I took off with it, I've been in love with it. I'm always looking to learn new things about them and just find ways to make interesting videos with them.
Okay, okay, that's good. And what is your favorite drone now?
My Air 2S.
There you go. That's a great
That's
drone.
my
Yeah.
baby right there. I have the FPV, and I'll tell you, by far, the FPV is the one that's the most fun to fly. But for cinematic video, the Air 2S just can't be beat unless you're like willing to spend, $3,000 on the Mavic 3 there that you own.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I have it right here, And I used to joke and tell everybody that I sleep with it,
I wouldn't blame you.
But it's one of those things where I was lucky enough to win it at Spin Up, and I'm forever grateful to Kelly Shores and his crew out there at Spin Up because I love this drone.
Yeah.
But this is more or less your time right now, so we'll get back to that in a few minutes. But um, what are some of your favorite places to fly in Massachusetts, and then we'll get to another question.
In Massachusetts, I really like going up by Boston Harbor. There's just a
Oh,
lot of lighthouses out there, and the scenery is just beautiful. And considering I live on the coastline, I have a lot of videos on the coastline. But over this summer, I plan on doing some traveling to get areas like Lake George in New York and going up to Maine. I want to get Stephen King's house. He's got 2 gargoyles on his fence. His house just looks really nice. I want to put a drone over it.
nice, nice, yeah. I mean, you would we were talking in the back room earlier today, and you were telling me that there's some great places to fly right up there in Rhode Island too, and I'm looking forward to going to the Rhode Island drone meetup this
Yeah.
summer. So I'll be
Yeah,
up.
shout out to Ridmug. I'm a member over there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mark Fisher and Rig. Well, I call them the Rhode Island Drone Meetup Group because that's a great bunch of guys that they get together and have their own mini meetups a
Yeah.
lot. I mean, every week, every 2 weeks, they're having a mini meetup up there.
Yeah, and a lot of times people are just going out flying on their day off and they post to the group and people meet up to go fly together.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And we do that in Florida too. I'll have to say, I come down here for the winter, and when I get down, I fly with TJ and Maddie and Bill Ronayne, and there's a few others that have sort of got involved with us. So we have our mini meetups too down here,
Oh, yeah.
and I have the secret locations, and it's one of those things where I love sharing them with the people that fly drones.
And you got a boat too, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I was on my boat this afternoon. Well, this morning into the afternoon,
I just have to say
and
one thing about that. I think that beef jerky is really expensive as fish bait.
yeah, but it worked today.
Hey, sometimes you got
Uh,
to do what you got to do.
as soon as I got back to the dock, I threw it over, and I caught 2 catfish immediately.
Awesome.
But but one thing that was good is when I went over on the boat to Munyon Island, I had brought a new fishing lure, and I should have had it for a show and tell. But it was a deep diving lure, and on my first cast from the dock, I caught a 30-inch snook. And
Wow.
that's not exaggerating. When I say 30 inches, I mean 30 inches.
I believe you. That's nice.
And I got pictures to prove it. So, But I want to say hello. Let me say hello to a few more people. Leonard, how you doing? And Alexis, good to see you. Stephen Drones, good to see you. And Alexis, I want to say your donations were a big hit. Really, everybody that wanted some goodies from the South Florida Drone Meetup. I mean the South Florida Flying Club, and I have one of them right here. Is a reflector, and I got a few other things. But thank you very much, Alexis. Um, so where were we? Now I got a little sidetracked there.
We're talking about locations that we like to fly.
Right.
It's really hard to pick a spot out here because we have so much coastline And, you know, Rhode Island, right just south and west of me, they have so much beautiful coastline. You really can't pick. But I think that if you're going to fly out in New England, your best spot is to check out definitely Rhode Island with the Cliff Walk and the historical Ocean Drive. You can see Jay Leno's house is beautiful out there. You really can't miss it. If you're going to go flying out here, it's the go-to spot.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely going to do that cliff walk. Definitely. Because I saw the videos that were posted from after last year's meetup in Rhode Island, and the scenery was spectacular. It really was. Um, but I don't want to leave Bob in the back room too long because I don't think you left him too much shrimp and lobster. So we're gonna get back to your story, and we'll have a joint conversation later. But let me bring in Bob Dempsey, the founder of the Old Farts with Drones, and he's coming to us all the way from Nevada.
Licking my fingers here. Boy, Kelly's Landing is where you're having this catered at. I got to tell you, I love Kelly's Landing. Oh, man.
Yeah, Bob
I got to go there.
Secret restaurant down there in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, that was incredible. Yeah, that was incredible. We had to wait about an hour outside to get in, you know, but I understand that's kind of normal there. Is that right?
Yeah, I go for lunch. I'm a lunch type guy, you know, so we go for lunch and we don't wait with the crowds. But the food there is unbelievable, and it's a tiny little place. And you know what's cool about it, Paul, is their logo is the Patriots hat, the Bruins, the Celtics, and what the hockey.
Yeah.
There's 4 teams.
Yeah.
And their logo was combined into one logo.
Are you talking about the Revolution, the soccer team?
No,
but it's incredible.
Yeah, I should have got one. I looked at those shirts as I was walking out of the place, and I went in my head. I said I should have got one of those, you know, and I didn't, you know.
Yeah, well, now that Tom Brady's gone, you'll stop hearing about New England sports.
Well, I have to say, I did switch over to the Tampa Bay Bucks, but the Patriots are right behind them. So anyway, so Bob, great to have you on the show, and great to see you at the South Florida Drone Meetup. What was your experience, or what did you like the best about the South Florida Drone Meetup?
Breakfast.
Oh, okay. That's different. I didn't expect that answer.
I know. It just came to me. You know, that was the time, I got to sit and like really get to know some other people.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Sitting there, and we lounged in that breakfast room, at night too, kind of thing. I think a couple people did their shows from that breakfast room at the hotel there, and but the able to get to know each of these guys. I'm kind of a newbie in the drone biz here, and I got a drone in December of 19, so I'm a little over 2 years into it, and I had been watching most of these guys, and I have been, learning how to fly from, the guys that I'm sitting at breakfast with, and so it really, for me, this, and I have to say, I've used this term over and over trying to describe it, and I don't mean any offense to our sisters out there, but it really felt like a brotherhood. Where people respected each other. We respected differences in each other. It didn't matter if you were black or white, or whether you were 7 feet tall or 4 feet tall, everything was, it was a brotherhood. It felt really good.
But we did have a few good, actually excellent female drone pilots there. And that's Tammy G. She's in the chat right now, and I just
hi Tammy.
she's in the chat, but we had Deneen Pagan. She also came down from New York, and she was flying with us.
Yes.
And I would say it's a brotherhood and a sisterhood.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And I said this to Tammy when we were out flying FPV, that, I said it's a sisterhood too, but I mean, that feeling of family, that's maybe the better term. It felt like family. We all, everybody got along and
Exactly.
enjoyed
I
each
know.
other, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have to say that's probably my favorite part about the drone community. I've never really been a part of a group. I've always kind of been a loner and do my own thing. And when I first went to go at the Ridmug meet and met a couple people there, it's just everybody in the drone community is really like supportive and helpful.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
If you have a question, you could
Yeah.
call anybody or message them, and they'll be more than
They
happy
want to
help
share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I found that all the time. Alexa's just is chatting to me here that she said no offense, but I have to tell you, her little reflector thing you showed,
Yeah,
Ray,
yeah,
you
yeah,
got
yeah,
one
yeah.
that
I got it right
hangs
here.
on the back of your bicycle. That
Yeah.
hangs on your bicycle seat. And that's great. I love that.
Oh,
I
it
put
is
that on my bicycle already.
very, very cool. I know. I know.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah,
very
that
nice.
was way
And
cool.
I hope
That
Alexa
way
can
cool.
make it next year. She says she's gonna fly there in a plane next year, but we have the date picked already. Just to let you know, and I want everybody in the chat to know. Um, it's one of those things where the drone committee discussed it. We even asked a few more people, and we picked April 1st as the third annual South Florida Drone Meetup, and we're going to have it at the same location. It was an ideal location. So make plans to join us now.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Because they thought it was an April Fool's joke.
Oh.
I know. I've heard that. I've heard that. But the meet and greet will be on March 31st,
Yeah.
So, but anyway, and it's really a 3-day
No.
event. This year was a 4-day event because we had a fishing trip on that 4th day. But it's just a good time, and it'll be free again.
We could call it the April Drone Fools event.
So Bob, listen. I know that you're the founder of an awesome group, and it's the old Farts with Drones. I was one of the first members, but maybe you could tell
you were
everybody, a little bit about that, or whatever you want to share about it.
Well, I had a kind of vision that I tell you, I started chats in other groups with a bunch of other older drone pilots. And we had a variety of things in common, and it was not just drones, but it was also hockey, and there was lots of subjects going back and forth there. And one of them came back and said, he just got flamed by this kid asking a question on a drone group, and told him, listen, old man, go read the book, quit bothering asking stupid questions here. And, that was kind of, so that was the stimulus. And to be honest with you, I used to call Marcus, Ron, and Bill the drone reviewer. My nickname for them was the old farts with drones. And that's,
Okay.
and so I'd be watching their shows, and my wife, goes, what the hell are you watching? And that was my response, So anyway, I invited like about 10 of these guys and a couple of guys here in Las Vegas that I knew, and some friends of mine that were interested in drones. And so we had maybe altogether about 20 guys in the group when I started it. And that was May of 2021. And we're coming up on a year here. And it's currently at like 7,300. and I've just had to learn by jumping in the deep end what it means to have a group that large. I mean, it's not all roses, and we occasionally have to throw somebody out, or somebody wants to start bitching and moaning about something or another, but we try to keep that as clean as possible. We got a really good group of moderators. I don't know if any of you have encountered any of them, but we all try to keep an eye on it, and we want no talk of anything negative. I don't want to be seeing blown up war pictures, and which you can get a gajillion other places. This is about flying drones as a hobby and being an old fart. Exactly. And I want to keep it to just that. No politics, no nothing. I know for sure we have guys communicating and enjoying each other, that if they knew each other's politics, they wouldn't even be talking to each other. And now they enjoy each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Things you don't talk about in public: religion and politics.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you got a great group there. I'm proud to be a member of the Old Farts with Drones.
Speaking about a great group, can I say something about this chat? This chat is blowing up, Ray.
Yeah, I see that. I'm trying to keep up with it. I can't keep up with it.
My roommate Maddie is there, and
yeah. And that Benjamin Brown, that's my 6-year-old son, so I'm giving him a special shout out.
All right.
All right. Cool. Very cool.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, no, it's hard to keep up with the chat, concentrate on the conversation. And,
it's a lot of fun.
But Bob, you've been out in Nevada, for quite a while now. You want to give a little history on what you do for work? I know you.
Well, yeah.
You have a part-time thing around December. Maybe you want to tell people about that too.
Well, that's kind of obvious, but I was a roadie with a rock and roll band in Illinois, and the time was that I wanted to go back to college, and I had 6 months before I could get another student loan to get back into school. Mm-hmm. And so I got in contact with my old college roommate who wound up in Las Vegas, or I could go stay with my parents in the Chicago suburbs for 6 months. And I decided I'm going to go to Las Vegas for 6 months, in 1974. And I'm still here. I now have grandchildren here, so, but anyway, I went into the music biz.
You got a big fan in Ken Nida. You see what he wrote about you?
No, Ken, I want to say Bob was the nicest. Oh, oh, that's great, Ken. I enjoyed every bit of that. That was for sure.
How was that even a choice?
What's that?
How could you even consider that a choice? Go to Las Vegas or stay in Illinois?
I know. It's true. It's true.
But it was supposed to be a temporary thing, and then I was supposed to go back to college. Anyway, as it turns out, I taught for 18 years. I taught college here. I've kind of evolved into the graphic art business. And as you can, I don't know if you can see behind me, I've got that's my third Macintosh sitting back there. It's a Mac Plus, it does need a new power supply, but it would boot up, anyway. And so I've been in the graphic design business in Las Vegas, working for ad agencies and for myself for the last 27 years. I've had Dempsey Graphics, and I'm still doing jobs right before this call or right before this show. I'm finishing work for another client, so I'm still doing graphic design work every day. And I fell into drones, 2 years ago. And So that's I kind of added that to the mix. I've been editing video as part of the graphic business
Okay.
for maybe 15 or 20 years. I've been editing video, you know,
You got a lot of
videoing
experience.
events and stuff like that. So I'm very familiar with Final Cut Pro, and I've worked in After Effects and Motion, and I use most of those tools. So, but anyway, it's been great. It's just been
That's
great.
good. That's good. But I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to wish Matty a get well soon because he's out with a bad back from work. And
Yep.
Maddie, we're all praying for
Sciatic
you.
nerve
We wish you
damage.
well. Yeah.
Wow. Sciatic
So
nerve damage. That is not fun.
That's where I'm at.
God. Wow.
well, you'll be all right,
Wow.
Maddie. Where do you become my age? Where do you become an old fart? Then you're gonna know what aches and pains are all about.
Yeah.
But
So I see Southern Illinois Ariel is in the chat, and I have to tell you that was most pleasurable place to be is in Southern Illinois.
Okay.
Giant city, the whole it's called Little Egypt area. It is just a wonderful, wonderful part of the country. So nobody's dishing on Southern Illinois.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's great.
Yeah.
But let me get back to Paul for a few minutes, and it's one of those things where you already said that your favorite drone is the Air 2S. But a
Yes.
question that we ask our guests is if you had a dream location or a location anywhere in the world where you would like to fly someday, where would that be for you, Paul?
The Dolomites.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
now
I
for the
have
people in the chat, including myself, what country are they in?
I think it's Italy, but I think
Okay.
it's bigger than that. I have this guy that I watch on YouTube, and he literally climbs the mountain all the way to the peak. And we're talking, these are huge peaks, and then he puts his drone up in there and gets the footage. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
I can't imagine wanting to fly anywhere else but there. But I'm actually petrified of heights. I have a hard time climbing a ladder, so the fact that I'm a drone pilot is beyond it.
Yeah, well, that would be a cool place, no doubt about it. What about you, Bob? Where would your dream location be?
I've been watching some video. We have a really close friend from Vietnam, and
Mhm.
I have been watching some video of some of these areas where they have man-made by hand built these layers upon layers upon layers upon layers of rice gardens, rice paddies and stuff that is just most incredible, beautiful scene I've seen. I would love to try that. I'd love to, get someplace where, a lot of people haven't seen this,
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Well, my
Yeah.
favorite place is going to be Ireland. I want to get over to Ireland and fly there. And I've already contacted a couple of guys. You guys know Alan from Drone Views Media and Tomas Aerials, and they're going to
Yes.
meet up with me, and we're going to have a meetup, and maybe we'll turn it into the Great Irish American Meetup.
Oh, that would be great.
But I plan on
When are
going
you
there in
thinking that?
2023, and maybe September. I'm toying with the month of September, but it's a tough situation, a lot of planning involved, so we'll see. We'll see.
Planning on visiting Scotland?
I've been to Scotland. I like Scotland. Yeah, I've been up there. I froze my butt off because I was in a double-decker tour bus, and I was in the upper deck with no roof, and we were freezing up there. But that was in November.
Yeah.
I went there in November. So,
So,
but anyway, listen, guys, I have a segment called the tip of the week, and I would like to share that with the people in the chat right now. And the tip of the week is simple. It's always when you get to a drone location, check the area. give it a once over. Look for wires, obviously trees, branches, people, boats and cars, because you want to fly safely and you don't want any incidents. So that's the tip of the week. Check the area that you're going to be flying in. Very simple.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Yeah.
again, you guys, if you have any tips, you could feel free to share them.
I always like to look for birds, big birds.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, look out for birds. Yeah, no doubt about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a hawk chasing me for a little bit at one point in time. We were fairly way out of town here, and
Okay.
it's scary, and I fortunately I went straight up and he left me alone, and then I came right back down and
Somebody,
found a new
and
location.
and it was Stevie Bronx. Stevie Bronx actually gave me the tip about birds. He says if you go up, birds don't usually follow you up, but if you go down, they
Yeah,
will follow you down.
they
But that
can.
that was
Yeah,
a tip that I learned from Stevie Bronx when I flew with him, and I wanted to say hello to him in the chat. I also want to say hello to Eddie
yeah.
Nunez. Thank you for popping in. Max Air, good to see you. Michael Blade, we got a great crowd in the house
Yay! Oh man, these are all my new brothers. Yes,
and
yes.
Christopher, Drone Life RC, good to see you in the chat, and it was a pleasure meeting you. Did you guys happen to see his vehicle? He had it decorated. He had his back window decorated. And he was on his way to the South Florida Drone Meetup. And
Yeah,
if we were
yeah.
giving out a
That
best
hailstorm?
decorated vehicle award, he would have won it for sure.
Was he the one
Oh,
that got
that's
caught in
good.
the hailstorm?
Say that again, Paul.
Was he the one that got caught in the hailstorm?
No, that was Michael Blade. Michael Blade drove in the hailstorm. Yes, maybe. I don't think Chris did. No, but we got trouble now because Mark Fisher's in the house, so we got to say
Oh.
nice things about him. He's very sensitive. He's a very sensitive individual. Good to see you, Mark. And thank you. And Mark, thank
Yes.
you very much for your editing presentation at the
Yes.
South Florida Drone Meetup. It was awesome. It was excellent. I mean, I'm hearing nothing but good things about it from the people that attended. So, thank you.
In honor of Mark here, I need to put my glasses on.
You got lenses in them. You got lenses in them, though.
I got lenses in them, though. I'm sorry, I could knock them out. Oh, that was
Yeah,
so great to meet you, Mark. That was a lot of fun. Yep.
I know. It's
So
funny how you meet so many different people. Really. Um,
yeah,
and
I
that's
had
what
such a great
that's
time.
one of the best things about the meetups is meeting the other drone pilots and talking to them, spending some time. I wish I had more time to talk to everybody, you know. Um, and I really want to say thank you to Alexis again because I got one of her pens here too. She had a lot of pens as giveaways. Yeah, and we were giving them
Yeah,
away when the people were signing in. They'd sign in with that pen, and I'd say, "Keep it. That's a souvenir." So it was good.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I saw that table you
Yep.
guys had set up with all the stuff you were giving away. That was pretty cool.
yeah, no, we got a lot of donations this year. Thank you to the sponsors, really. Um, so
Yeah, my good friend from Mavmount
right,
donated a full set there. He's a Hollywood drone pilot. Many featured films that you've seen his work if you've watched any current action movies here, and he had to figure out a way to show directors on an iPad where it wasn't falling apart, and he invented Mount, and yeah, I'm really glad that he
this is
jumped
just
in.
one of them, and
Yes,
it's for my tablet holder, And
yeah,
I'm in the process of doing a video on this mount right now, and I want to say thank you to Bill
Yep.
Jason.
You use a
And
tablet
Right.
to fly your drones, Ray?
excuse me?
You use a tablet to fly your drones?
Yes, I use an iPad Mini 5 most of the time. Yes.
Yeah.
I like the bigger screen. Um, so it just suits me better. And I learned that tip
Yeah.
from Philly and Ron on the Philly and Ron show. They talked about it at the time. I was
Huh.
using a Mini 4 and I was getting a blank screen, and they said, well, that's because it doesn't have a strong enough processor. And I
Yeah.
went out and bought a Mini 5, and that eliminated the problem. Go ahead, Bob.
I have a new creation here. I kind of bastardized this, but this is a Triple Tech 8. Okay. And this is a sun hood for a Mini 5.
Oh,
And
okay.
it works.
Yeah.
And I was like, putting a sun hood on a Triple Tech. I mean, it's incredible how vivid this is. I have to actually turn the brightness down a little bit, even standing outside in the sun, with the hood on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, same sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the ones that are a little longer, right? Yep.
You can
Yes,
adjust your
they're
side.
taller, so you get a little longer throw, kind of thing. So you feel a little more movement there. Yeah.
That's
But
cool. That's cool.
my latest creation there. And
that's good.
I keep turning on that Triple Text light, and I don't know how I do that.
Hey, we got Dennis Lovelady. Dennis Lovelady's in the chat. How you doing, Dennis?
Yay, Dennis.
Good
All
to
right.
see you, and I want to say thank you to you
Are-
for entertaining us. He was playing and singing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he had some awesome live streams right from the hotel parking lot. And then the day of the meetup, he was at a causeway doing his sunrise live stream. But Dennis, you're incredible. That's all I can say. You're incredible, and thank you very much.
I'm sending you a message here, Dennis. Did you learn Crazy Train yet?
Paul, do you know about the Sunrise Group?
No, I don't. I don't believe I did.
So there's a Sunrise Group that flies Sunrise on the weekend, and it starts in New York with Drone Bum. Then it goes to Rodney Bell in Virginia, and then it goes to Dennis Lovelady in Georgia, and then it goes to Arkansas with Rozzy, and then it goes to Chris Hope in Texas. And they fly the sunrises.
Oh, okay.
But Dennis plays the ukulele and he sings while he's flying.
Oh, I think in a couple of the drone meetup in South Florida that you guys just had, someone was playing music and singing. Was that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Dennis.
Yeah,
okay.
That was Dennis.
Good job, Dennis.
And then after those guys fly their sunrise flights, Johnny Drone Flyer has his drones and coffee live stream on Sundays. And on Saturdays, Rodney does coffee with Rodney and friends after those sunrises are completed. So it's a full weekend for us. So please feel free to join us. And now it's time to do the monthly giveaway. I have a monthly giveaway, and that's for a Adventures with Capt Ray Kelly hat. And if anybody's watched the show, they know how I do it. It's a very simple way to do it. Pick the lucky color. First one to get it, and you guys are eligible because I didn't tell you what color it was. So if I see it, I'm going to announce the winner. Sometimes I miss it, but I'm going to really try to keep an eye on the chat. And no, Tammy, it's not green. Dennis, it's not green. But it looks like Michael Blades got it. All right. I think Michael Blades got it. It's blue. It's blue this time. And I think he's the first one to get blue. So Michael Blade, your name will go in the hat for the drawing. Yep. So congratulations, Michael. Okay. So back to you guys.
I'm
Hi,
looking
Paul.
up the chords for Dennis right now.
Yeah. How is the weather up there in Massachusetts now? Starting to get nice?
Oh yeah, yeah. Right now it's right now it's 49 degrees out, but it feels warmer than that. But it was almost 60 today.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You still could get snow though.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to see green. I actually stopped making videos over the wintertime because every time I put the drone up, everything was white and gray.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you fly in the snow or after it snows?
Yeah, not really. I'm just not satisfied with the footage. I mean, I know they say you're your own biggest critic, but I just was not satisfied with any of the footage I was getting. But I have a plan, is to go and shoot maybe 2 or 3 locations a week, and then, that way I'll have built up enough footage before the time winter gets here to continue releasing a video every week.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know we have a video just about queued up, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show that video now, and everybody, here's Paul.
Wow.
Very cool. Nice. I like the way you have that logo there too. Wow, my type of place. I love flying over the water or by lighthouses. You can narrate, Paul, if you want.
Well, yeah. So here I met up with why am I having a mental block right now? I met up with Gary Sullivan from the Rhode group. And we just came out here to film this lighthouse, and I had a lot of fun here. I actually almost lost my FPV drone to a critical battery error.
Oh, really?
So I have the battery going back to DJI. I'm waiting for him to send me a new one because the battery's less than 2 months old. And it just dropped from almost 40% to nothing, and I got a critical error. I was able to land it safely, but I thought I was going to lose it in the water.
Right.
Yeah. So this place is just gorgeous. I mean, you can see, like, I love the wetlands over here. And I just kind of, when I make a video, I kind of want to give people a perspective from the entire area, not just the one spot of the location. So I try to make sure to get as much of the area as possible, but while not boring people by going over an area for too long. I kind of want to get in there, show them the spot, and then move to another scene just to, keep it going and let them see everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I try.
And you're doing it from different perspectives. I'm seeing here.
Yeah,
you're showing the similar spot, but from different angles. I love it.
And I also threw in. Sorry, excuse me. I'm gonna cough here. I threw in some footage with my FPV drone. I did the power loop by the lighthouse just to add some excitement to the video, something different.
Yeah, it is. Very, very cool video. Really, really nice.
Do you find it difficult to color balance between the two drones?
Actually, no, because I apply the same LUT to both of them.
Ah, okay.
Because I shoot in the 10-bit D-Log.
Very nice. Very, very cool video. Yeah. Really, really nice.
Yeah, I shoot in the 10-bit D-Log color profile, and the FPV drone doesn't shoot in 10-bit, but it does do a D-Log profile. So I use they have a standard D-Log M to Rec 709 LUT, and that's pretty much it. If I notice that it seems a little bright, I'll do minor adjustments, but I pretty much trust the technology to do what it's supposed to do.
Okay, yeah. And that's the default LUT from Final Cut or from Premiere?
From DJI's website. You can go to DJI and they have a standard LUT. I figure that if they made it specifically for the Air 2S, then I should just use it. Because I'm not looking to change the color profile to something that's not natural. I want to bring out the beauty of the area, how it should look. And I know that there's all sorts of other LUTs that I could apply that, give different effects, but I kind of want it to be more natural. I just want people to see the beauty in the area, how I see it when I'm up there.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Well, it's well done. I tell you, for somebody who just sort of started less than a year ago, you're incredible. You really are, Paul.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh
even know
yeah.
how to edit videos. I've just been learning this over the last year, but I'm putting a lot of time and effort into it. And I wouldn't be able to do it without the support of my wife. So let's just say my wife is Ashley Gagnon. You see her in the chat. She's the most supportive person in my life. So I
Oh,
gotta,
okay. All right.
Okay.
I was wondering who that was.
Oh, great. Oh, she just subscribed to me. She just said, "Oh, that's great.
that's my
That's
wife.
great.
Okay.
That's
Very good.
the old
Hi,
fart
Ashley.
group
Now I
there.
know. All right. Well, that's great.
Yay. Good
Yeah.
deal.
So
Some of our sisterhood here,
that's right.
you know?
That's right.
Yes.
Can I explain how my giveaways work to the viewers?
Yeah. Go
Sure.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I started over this summer. I did something interesting with my video, and I'm doing a giveaway in every video. It's an Amazon gift card. Basically, you watch the video, in the top right of the screen, you'll see a number or a letter. The first person to get the letters and numbers and enter them into the Amazon gift card redeem part of their website, the first person to enter it wins. So it's usually a $15 Amazon gift card. It's not much, but it's just my way of bringing more people into my channel and also paying my viewers back for watching my videos. So, it works for everybody.
Exactly.
That's a
And
great
that's so
idea.
nice of you to do that. It is.
Yeah.
Everybody loves winning stuff. I don't care who you are. They love winning stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not just saying it because I just happen to have it right here. But when I won this Mavic 3, I almost fell off the chair.
I think that video of you walking up there with your ticket, I think that video exists in a number of places.
He didn't even feel the ground. His feet were on clouds.
Yeah, he was gasping for breath.
But again, okay, we got an emergency going on. All right.
Sorry, I live on the busiest street in the city, so we hear that a lot.
Okay, and that's New Bedford, right? Because that's a busy city.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's one of those things. Every time I hear sirens, it brings back memories. To be honest,
you're right back there. What's going on?
Yeah, but it's one of those things where you both are incredible guests, and we're getting a lot of feedback in the chat, and that's good.
People.
I can't even keep up with the comments. I really can't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the support is amazing.
Somebody said the police found your secret spot, Ray. Yeah. M-Drone.
Yeah, Mark. I know. There it is.
Mark, yeah, he found your secret spot there.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're having fun with that. We're having fun with the secret spot,
That's good. That's
but,
all good, boy.
It's one of those things where, Bob, you talked about the brotherhood and the sisterhood, and I find the drone community to be so amazing. I really do. And I've had a lot of questions. I am not a computer guy. I'm lucky I can turn on the drone and get it to fly, to be honest with you. And it's one of those things where if I had a question, I've called, I called Johnny, he's helped me. I've called Mark, he's helped me. And Maddie, I can name. I got a whole list of people that have helped me, because I wouldn't be where I am today without their help, really, And that's what's
so.
Great
Have you tried FPV, Ray?
Well, I wouldn't say it was FPV, but some people say that a drone that I won on those guys' live stream, they say it was like a tiny whoop or whatever they call them. But I opened it, and I got it to bind, and I had it on my desk in my little office in New York. And I tried to get it to fly, and the thing went right up to the ceiling and came crashing down. So I did try, Bob.
It's a partially successful flight. You got airtime.
And I haven't tried it again.
Before I tried the DJI FPV, that was my similar experience. One of our Old Fart members lives not too far from me. We met at a park where drone flying is agreeable, and he put an FPV setup on me, and I crashed it every time. But his first comment, as soon as I had the goggles on, he goes, "Whoa!" He said, "I just shot straight up. I went up about 300 feet in a few seconds, and I didn't realize that that's not the way you fly this.
I'm
So
telling you. No, I don't think FPV is for me. Like I say, I'm very lucky I could turn on a drone and get it to go up in the air.
Yeah, see, I bought the motion controller for the FPV.
Yep.
Ah,
And
How do you like that?
All right, it's brilliant, but you can't use it in manual mode. And once I started flying manual mode, I haven't left manual mode. So it's there, and I think that when I'm doing a more cinematic, like I have plans to go and do the cliff walk over the summertime, June or July. And I think that using that motion controller down by the cliff sides is going to be very helpful. But, of course, I'm going to slap that thing in manual mode with the controller and do some stunts if I can, and hopefully not crash into the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. We don't want you to crash into the ocean. That's for sure.
I have insurance if I do, though, so I'm covered.
Now, that's a good thing. I just found out about getting insurance for your drone recently. When I got that Mavic 3, somebody said, maybe you want to consider insuring it. And I did, and I got to give Ken Huffauer and Michael Wright the credit for that. They told me State Farm, call them up. And I did. And I got that drone covered.
Nothing's wrong with a peace of mind with your drone because it's expensive equipment, That Mavic 3 is like $2,600, just a standard version.
Well, I feel not that I don't worry anymore because I always worry when I fly. But I do have a peace of mind. I do.
Yeah, I have a farm for all my stuff too.
Okay. And it's funny because I was going to call my broker and add the Air 2S onto the policy. And I haven't got around to doing it. And, today I was flying from the boat and I was flying over water, and as we all know, anything could happen. A battery could disconnect, a prop could pop off. I've seen it happen. And a bird could hit it, a bird strike. So it's good to have insurance on your more expensive drones. That's for sure.
I agree.
So that's another tip. So we're giving out quite a few tips tonight.
Hey, I added all my iPads. I have a 5-inch, and I have a new iPad Pro that I'm taking out on shoots with me to rough edit on, and I added all those on to my State Farm personal property.
Does that add a lot to the cost when you add personal? I got an iPad Pro right here. I might have to throw this on there.
What are you flying? Drone? What drone are you flying?
Me?
Yes.
An Air 2S, and right now in a Mini 1, and a soon to be a Mini 3. I'm sure. I'm financially ready to go.
we got a rumor on a date. Did you hear that rumor about April 28th?
Huh? Yep. Paying much attention as I can to every one of these rumors, but it's they say that they're having internal training on April 20th, and the release date is April 28th. So.
Well, certain people have them already. You know that, right? And they've been very quiet lately, if anybody's noticed that, too.
That video that was leaked, though, I think that Mini was in an accident. I think that had a crash because it looked cracked, the body of it.
The one that we've all seen, the one arm on the one side is missing, yes. They wouldn't build a housing on that side of it if there wasn't a connection that moved over to that. So I'm sure that was the case.
Hey, we got David Lorenzo in the chat now, and good to see you, David.
Hi, David.
See you at the meetup. And TJ, have a good night. I know you said
TJ's taking off.
Earlier. Yeah, he had to leave. He was getting tired or something. And TJ's a good guy. He really is. I enjoy flying with him.
Yeah.
But
Dennis Jackrabbit, he's in the chat there. He was my partial roommate at the South Florida drone meetup, and he got home. I don't know if maybe my beard pissed him off, but he shaved his beard off the night he got home.
I know.
I
Scott,
was like,
I didn't recognize
wow.
him when he was in that chat. I said, "Wow, look at this!
Who's
Scott."
that guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know.
But you don't realize he's a handsome devil.
Oh, you noticed, Ray? All
Yeah,
right.
I know. But anyway, it's one of those things where you shave off your beard and you look a lot younger. And but Bob, your beard is your trademark. I gotta say.
Well, it's taken a long time to get there, and my wife is after me to get it trimmed up here. We're going on a trip here in July. We're going to Italy for a month, and she wants me to trim it up a little bit. But this is what my passport looks like, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Well,
you also play Santa. You want to tell everybody about that?
Oh, sure. You got a minute for a funny story?
Sure, of course. We got about 3 minutes.
Well, a client, my wife's a photographer. I don't know. I love bragging on her, but that'll be another show. But it's infinityphoto.com. But anyway, we're at this client's Christmas party, a large builder in Nevada, and his wife was all over me saying, "You got to play Santa." And so she bought me the suit for the next year, and I put it all on, and I got it all ready, and I let my beard grow out a little bit. And she says, "I got to introduce you to your escorts." And I said, "What?" So they rented out a complete Las Vegas nightclub here, and we walked in, and she says, "Here's your escorts," and it's two probably 6'5" Playboy bunnies. You know, completely. The Playboy Club was in that hotel at the time.
That's amazing. That's a good one.
I'm 5'3", so I mean it was pretty hilarious. And then they made me.
You must have a photo of that. You got to dig it out and show us that photo.
Oh yeah, I have it. Yeah.
Keep the suit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've now got. I have a rack full of suits now. So fortunately, I get to do Santa for a lot of the local Las Vegas celebrities, and I've do the tree lighting ceremony with the mayor for the downtown Las Vegas, and I've
very cool.
I've done just a tremendous amount of great fun work, kind of thing.
Well, I have to say, I want to say hello to Bill. Bill Ronay was a big help to me.
Yay!
And he live streamed the South Florida Drone Meetup, and that was a big hit. I didn't realize how many people were watching it throughout the day. So thank you.
And from all over the world.
And he got that sponsorship from the Stewart Bowl and Billiard Sticks nightclub. That was great. That was a great location for the meet and greet. But listen, guys, the hour's over. I hate to say it. I don't like to cut anybody off short, but I don't like to go into Robbie's time. The World Drone Community goes right on at 7 p.m. So we're going to have to wrap it up and give closing thoughts or anything you want to promote. And Paul, we'll start with you.
I just want to thank everybody who watches my videos and gives them thumbs up. I appreciate all of you. And Ray, thanks for having me on the show. I don't really have anything much more to say other than thank you. I mean, it's a very supportive community. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being on. You got a great channel, and I look forward to seeing more of your videos. And Bob, what do you have to say? Anything you want to promote?
Not too much. Not anything really at all. I'm just really excited to get people to come and join in on Old Farts with Drones. if you, and it's not an age, it's an attitude. Okay, if you feel like an old fart, you're a respectful adult and you can carry on a decent conversation with people, come and join us. I really appreciate everybody coming to a place where we can really enjoy our conversations and sharing our drone passions, and go from there.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
Bob, it's been such a pleasure meeting you and getting to know you, and I'm so glad you came to the South Florida Drone Meetup.
Oh,
I want to say
it
thank
was
you for that.
no
I know it was
brainer.
a big expense for you to come. And I want to say thank you to everybody who came to the South Florida Drone Meetup and the sponsors again. And I really hate to close the show down, but we have to do it. So all I'm going to say is we'll see you again next week, the same time. And just get out there, fly for fun, which will be on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And we got two great guests. And most importantly, fly safely. And have a good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
And we'll have an after party as soon as I shut it down.